You're taking a look at the first alert radar as the roads in West Baltimore as thunderstorms impact your evening commute.
Today is an alert day. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for parts of Maryland.
Hello, everybody. I'm Nikki Zizaza.
And I'm Stefan Dingle. Welcome to those of you watching us on CBS News and here on WJZ TV. Let's get right to that severe weather we are tracking. We have team coverage with meteorologist Rochelle J. But we will begin now with Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley. Derek, flash flooding is a big concern right now.
That's right, guys. And of course, this storm is still severe as it makes its way over to the eastern shore, but they're gradually dropping the severe thunderstorm watch now. So we're not looking at it west of 95. It's really for southern Maryland and the lower eastern shore that we're looking at that threat for severe weather to continue. Even then, though, it looks like the eastern shore threat is going to be ending here very shortly. Right now, we're tracking some storms across our area. Let's go a little bit closer to our region. You see through southern Anne Arundel County, northern Calvert, back towards the district, northern Prince George's. Just some heavier downpours here, nothing too out of hand. But the stronger storm, which has just recently turned orange, if you look at the polygon there, normally these severe thunderstorm warnings are yellow, but it's turned orange, which basically means that they've upgraded it to a considerable tag, meaning that we're expecting perhaps larger hail and damaging wind gusts with this particular storm. Now, this is affecting Talbot County, parts of Caroline, as well as Queen Anne's County. And that darker red that you see there is what we're looking at with that possibility of some of the heavier rainfall, of course, and then the stronger winds. The latest storm track basically takes this thing eastward, and so what we'll do is we'll put a track on there so you can kind of see where it's going to be headed. And right now the motion here is about east at 25. So if we were to take it out towards the Delaware state line, we're looking at, again, out towards areas around Denton about 4:06, so here in about another 5 minutes or so. And then getting out towards the Four Corners area, so getting over to Delaware here likely by about 4:30. So it won't be in the state much longer, but something we're going to be watching very carefully. Not much going on to the west. It looks like this should be our only real round of storms this evening. Maybe a couple more will pop up here before the evening wraps up, but this is really the bulk of the activity that we're dealing with right now. For more on what to expect tonight and tomorrow, let's send it over to meteorologist Rochelle J. Rochelle.
Hey there, Derek. So we're continuing to monitor, as you mentioned, those showers, those storms, potential for some redevelopment on the western side of what we're seeing so far. Let's talk about the rainfall since midnight. Of course, we had those overnight early morning storms, and then we've had this round that's been moving through over the last couple of hours. We've seen over 3/4 of an inch at BWI Marshall, over 1/2 an inch in Annapolis, and a couple tenths as we look toward Frederick, Westminster, and down towards Andrews as well. This is coinciding where we still have some of those regions under dry and drought conditions as of that last drought monitor. So this is exactly where we needed to see some of that rainfall, and we'll continue to monitor as we watch the rest of the rain over the next couple of hours. We'll get some updates on some of these numbers as well. So we've got another chance for showers and storms to possibly become severe. We've issued an alert day for your Thursday as well. We're also forecasting warmer temperatures. We've got the potential for some of those heat indices or feels like temperatures tomorrow to get into the mid to maybe upper 90s. And there's more heat on the way on the other side of the weekend as well. But for tomorrow, we've got a level 2 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms. Today, we were under a level 1 risk. So we do have another, maybe even higher potential for some strong storms to develop on your Thursday. Derek will be back with the full first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, continuing to track strong and severe storms across the area right now as we take a live look at our harbor cam. And as you can see, guys, pretty humid and pretty hazy out there.
Yes, exactly on this alert day that we've been kind of expecting.
Yeah, we kind of expected it. It's all a preempt before we get warmed up and humid and hot and sticky, just like you like it, Nikki.
Exactly. These triple-digit temps on the way. But Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley letting us know when those storms are expected to hit our area. Derek.
Hey, guys. Yeah, looks like the storms tomorrow will be after about 2 or 3 o'clock, continue through the evening hours. So we're probably a longer duration event and more widespread than what we had today. But these storms today were really quick hitting. Came in, started developing about 12:30, 1 o'clock. They've been moving through the area throughout the afternoon. We've had several reports of hail up to about ping pong ball size, as well as lightning strikes causing some damage down in Anne Arundel County. And that same storm is now making its way over to the eastern shore. We have what's called a destructive tag severe thunderstorm warning. There are several levels of these warnings, if you will. And with a severe thunderstorm warning, you get a regular one. You have one that's called considerable tag, and then you have another one that's destructive tag. And that's kind of the high-end severe thunderstorm warning for Caroline County. And we've been looking at some of the velocity signatures here, at least the winds in the atmosphere. And we've been getting some indication between Denton and Greensboro, some wind gusts over 80 miles an hour in this particular area. Notice how this thing's kind of swirled up here. So it looks like kind of like a mini area of low pressure as it tracks over into Sussex County, Delaware here. There is a considerable tag severe thunderstorm warning there for southern Delaware as it tracks off towards the east. But again, that destructive tag warning continues until 4:30. So that's really the only significant storm that we have in our area right now. We've got other scattered storms developing across the region right now from Talbot County out towards Tillman Island, St. Michael's, Easton, out into the Bay, and then south and east of Shadyside. And then we've got more development back into Prince George's County, down through the district and down into northern Virginia as well. Maybe a couple of showers popping up here out to the west, but the thunderstorm watch continues to be canceled from west to east as the threat is beginning to wind down. Now, earlier today, we did have some clouds and some fog. We'd had that period of sunshine, and that was just enough to really heat up the atmosphere, give the storm something to work with. That's why we had kind of the nasty storms here through the afternoon, and that allowed again, those storms to really get going. But once the storms came through, they kind of cooled things off, so they overturned the atmosphere, cooled us back off into the 70s. Still in the 90s, though, in areas that have not seen storms just yet. The heat index was approaching the mid to upper 90s this afternoon, and that's more of what we're going to have to deal with here this weekend into next week. But again, winds across the state, south and west at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. But these dew point numbers, I talk about this all the time. Whenever you talk about how humid it is outside, this is the most important number. Temps getting up, these dew point temps getting well above 70 to 75 degrees. You really felt it when you stepped outside. I do think the storm threat winds down over the next couple of hours. It will be quiet overnight tonight, maybe some patchy areas of fog. But then we've got the next system that's developing out to the west. And look at all these storms that are developing back west of the Cincinnati tri-state from Indianapolis southward down into parts of Arkansas. And that threat is going to be shifting eastward here for tomorrow. We're going to have a rather significant threat for severe weather for tomorrow afternoon, as Futurecast shows. Starting off tomorrow morning, again with dry conditions, and then those storms are really going to start flaring up here during the afternoon. So it looks like after about 2 or 3 o'clock, continue through the evening rush hour and into a portion of tomorrow night before the storms kind of move out. And then after that, we've got hot weather to talk about. Look at how these temperatures really start to crank up here. So we'll be in the low 90s here for Saturday, mid 90s coming up for AFRAM on Sunday. And then as we go into next week, the worst days of heat will be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And that's when many locations are going to be seeing high temperatures topping out around 100 degrees with the heat index likely approaching 110 perhaps on Tuesday and Wednesday afternoon. So here's a look at your forecast there again for Juneteenth. Tomorrow, storm day. We got another alert day in effect here for severe storms. Nice and quiet for the first day of summer coming up on Friday with a drop in humidity. And then looks like the heat builds into the weekend with temperatures, again, approaching 100 as early as Monday. We'll be right back.